Happy New Year, everybody. I'm hopeful that all is well with each and every one of you guys. I'm coming in this evening so that I can show you guys how to prepare some lemon lime flavored pasta with a citrus based salmon. So I'm gonna wash my hands and we'll get started. I'm shooting this video so late in the evening because I have my granddaughter overnight. She came to spend the night with her jujube, and we made us a pot roast last night, so she was really excited about that. I let her add the ingredients and all of that good stuff. So, again, I hope that everything is good with everyone. I know I'm excited about 2021. I hope that you guys are as well. Looking forward to a lot of good things, positive things, a lot of love, good energy, just good auras and things like that from different people. Anything that was negative, stay in 2020. 2021 should be about love, prosperity, harmony, peace, all of the good things that we need to make life worth living for. So just wanted to share that little bit with you guys because those are the things that I'm looking forward to. So let's get started. So in this pot I have approximately 1.5 cups of olive oil. You can use regular olive oil or you can use extra virgin olive oil. It makes no matter. So I'm heating it up because I'm going to add in, I am going to add in 3 cloves of garlic. Now olive oil, I want you to be careful because it cooks kind of rapidly and it will burn. So you kind of see I have it like on a medium flame, not too high. Now give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I have it on like a medium flame. So I'm going to put in 3 cloves of garlic. And this is going to be how my oil is going to get started. And I have like 3.5 bay leaves. So I'll be dropping those in. Put all of those in there. And I have about I'm going to say about a 1/4 teaspoon of organic dill. I'll put that in there too. So not going to cook this long at all. Maybe like 30 seconds. No longer than that. Just kind of move it around a little bit. I just want to get the flavor, the different flavors that come out of here. And these cloves of garlic and bay leaves. Kind of set the tone for the sauce. A couple of more seconds. And it doesn't have to, you know, when you're cooking these cloves of garlic, they don't have to get dark or anything like that. I'm just getting the flavor out. You know, the same thing for the bay leaves. They don't have to look a certain way. We're just going by the seconds. Just want to get all the flavor out of there. Okay, that right there is good enough. And then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve my bay leaves and my olive and garlic, my cloves of garlic, not olives. My cloves of garlic that are in the olive oil. So I'm just going to pour that olive oil right into this glass bowl. And I'm going to hold the garlic cloves and the bay leaves. We won't use those bay leaves again, but I may come back and use the garlic cloves if I feel like I want to add more garlic to this dish. I'll have those already ready. So I got that done. And now what I am going to do is sit that right there. Might not be the smartest thing to do, but I'm gonna sit it right there anyway. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is in this oil, I have infused it already with the cloves of garlic and the bay leaves. So what I'm gonna drop in now is I have some parsley. I have about a teaspoon of parsley, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic. I have also gotten me some, just a little bit, just a little, maybe like a quarter of a teaspoon of lemon pepper. And then I also have some lemon zest. I have about a half a teaspoon of lemon zest and a half a teaspoon of lime. Sometimes I get like this, y'all, because I use so many different ingredients, so I have to go back and recall them. I know that I should write them down, but who has time for that? It kind of takes the fun out of cooking. So this is how I want to do my stuff. So this is what I'll do. So we're going to put that lemon zest in there, that lime zest, that onion powder, that garlic powder, that parsley. Get all of that out of there. And you see this oil is really hot, so you guys want to be careful. So I'm going to give that a nice stir. Just get that oil infused, just like that. This smells so good. Okay, and while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna get this frying pan, and I'm gonna turn that on like medium high heat. I want to use this on like a medium high heat. Let me move this pot out of the way. So next what I'm going to do is take my oil and pour it right up in there, just like that. So everybody got their little stimulus checks. I was kind of hoping for more. For those of you guys who didn't get it, I'm hoping it'll be coming soon. You know, but I was really looking for an extra $200 or $300 more. That would have been awesome. I'm not gonna complain. I'm grateful, but I was looking forward to a little bit more. I didn't even need the 2 bands. Just give me they could have at least given us like $1,200, but it's okay. We're gonna make it do what it do, like we always do. So I got that oil heating back up again, and in this oil, what I am going to do is I'm going to add my 1 medium yellow onion. Kind of, you can chop them as thin as you want. Mine are kind of like a little medium thin, but not too thin. But you can chop them however you want to chop them. It's perfectly fine. I have 1 yellow sweet pepper, 1 red sweet pepper, and 1 orange sweet pepper, and I have a half a stalk of celery. So I'm gonna get all of that going in there. I like a lot of onion. That's a medium sized one. It looks like more than that, but it's not. It's just a medium sized onion. So we'll get that in there. Right into that lemon lime flavored oil. That looks good too. It's kind of cold and dreary here, you know, in Illinois. So cooking with different flavors and different colors, like the oranges, the yellows, and the reds, they always kind of make me feel good. The greens just kind of remind me of the springtime, summertime. You know, sometimes you have to do different things to make yourself feel good. You know, when it's kind of like really cold like this, and then we're in the middle of a pandemic. You know, so just a little couple of things that I like to do. You know, while I'm cooking. Okay, now that's looking really, really good. So I'm just sauteing this just for like a minute or so. You know, and it's still gonna cook, but I'm gonna turn this flame down a bit. That smells so good, y'all. It's nice and seasoned. Yeah, got that going good. The next thing that I want to add in here would be my broccoli, because I want to add broccoli to this dish. And so I'm going to add broccoli. I have maybe like about 1 cup of broccoli and about a 1/4 cup of cauliflower. You can use whichever vegetables you have. If I would have had carrots that were shaved already, I would have dropped those right in. But I only have whole carrots and I didn't feel like shaving them. So this is what we're going to roll with. And you can use fresh or frozen. These are frozen. I'm going to turn that heat back up just a little bit, a little higher, because this frozen broccoli is starting to unthaw, and so it has like a little water in there, so I don't want this dish to be watery, so turn that up a little bit and drop those right on in there just like that. wash here. Has anybody set any New Year's resolutions or done any vision boards or anything like that? You know, to kind of coach you and guide you a little bit through 2021. You know, to help with like self-improvement, better living, you know, working cooperatively with others, you know, things like that. If you haven't done a vision board, I say do one. You can put whatever you want to put on that vision board. And if you don't want to do a vision board, then resolutions to me are still always good. Some people say, no, I don't do resolutions, you never stick with them. But, you know, if you're disciplined, then you will stick with it. You know, if you want to make a change and you're looking for better, then you will, you'll do what you have to do to ensure that you have that. You know, try loving on ourselves a little bit more. And just looking forward to love, period. If we're loving on ourselves a little bit more, then that opens the doors for others to love us and be good to us and kind to us because we're loving ourselves, you know, a little bit more. That's always something good, you know. Okay, I'm gonna let that broccoli do its thing. Y'all know broccoli don't take long to cook. I always say that. I don't like mushy vegetables, so I always say that. I'm gonna keep on saying it to the end because I don't want you guys, when you make this dish, to overcook any vegetables that you use, you know. We just want to get that water out of there, give us a nice little crispy, fresh broccoli taste, you know. Not some mushy, smelly broccoli. Broccoli tends to smell horrible to me when it's overcooked or, you know, mushy. Ugh. I don't want to tell y'all what it smells like, but it's not a pleasant smell. Okay, that's looking good to me, y'all. So my next items that I'm going to add in are some, I put a half a teaspoon of garlic salt in here. It's like a garlic salt and parsley mix. So I put like a half a teaspoon of that. And then I have these grape tomatoes. I didn't want to put too much tomato in this pasta dish because it's not a spaghetti and it's not, you know, it's not like a red sauce type of thing, you know. So I just wanted to, but again, I love the color. The colors make me feel good. So I'm going to add, I have 4 grape tomatoes and I kind of cut them in quarters, just like that. You know, not a whole lot. I don't want to do a lot. It'll give it a slightly sweet taste, you know, to go along with that lemon lime flavor so that it's not too tart. So it'll kind of balance itself out. So I'll put that in there. And I also have some parsley in there too, y'all. You can put as much parsley as you want. That's about a tablespoon and a half. That's what I'm using. And that looks so pretty. Like, I love colors. Looks good and smells good. Put those in there. Let that cook a little bit. Let me drink a little sip of my wine, just a little bit. Oh, y'all, let me tell y'all. So I've been wanting an air fryer for like the longest. I wound up getting 2 of those bad boys. So when I get to the salmon, we're going to be using one of my air fryers. I haven't put salmon in here at all yet, but we're going to give it a try and see how it turns out. So if it turns out bad, don't hold me to it. You know, this is my first time and I am entitled to error. This looks so good, y'all. Oh my gosh. I should have recorded my granddaughter cooking. Y'all, I let her help with that pot roast, and that baby, she was throwing in those tomatoes and she was throwing in the onion and just stirring in all of that stuff, and she was just so happy doing so, you know. So I am so blessed to be able, you know, to be healthy and be alive and be here to guide her and spend time with her and show her how to cook. You know, she's getting started a lot earlier than I did. I was about 8 years old when I started cooking, but my baby, she just made 3 on the 31st, and so she's getting started a lot earlier than I am. So, of course, she associates cooking with her jujube, so that's what we do every time she comes. We're going to make something, cookies, pot roast, whatever it is she wants to cook, we're going to cook it. I think the grandparents are supposed to have a really good bond with their grandchildren, you know, with each and every one of them. You know, like there shouldn't be any favorites or anything like that. Show them love, you know, it's really important. You know, the things that they can get outside of their parents. You know, we're supposed to give them like that extra attention and, you know, just be there for them, talk to them, you know, allow them to talk about anything, any and everything. My cousin, Mika, and her granddaughter, man, they have like the best rapport. Like I love that relationship, and I take my hat off to her, and I take my hat off to Riley, because they're really cool, and I just love that bond, you know. So I admire that. You know, so I say to all of you grandparents, you know, spend time with your grandbabies. Show them that you love them, because we are setting the tone for them, you know. Letting them know what it feels like and showing them what it feels like to be loved and cared for, you know. That starts at home. That's the foundation. That's the basis for the adult that they will become. All right, y'all. Moving on. Next thing we're going to do is add 2 packs of butter. For my vegan people, feel free to use vegan butter. You know, this recipe can be altered. You know, so far this is a vegan dish, but I'm going to use, this butter that I'm using is just regular salted butter, because I don't have any vegan butter. Normally I do, but I use it all, so we're just using 2 packs of regular butter. But again, feel free to use vegan butter. Add that in, give it some extra flavor. So now I'm gonna turn it down, y'all, because I don't want that broccoli overcooking. So we'll turn that down just like that. And while that is cooking, I'm gonna move on down here to this salmon. I have like 3 pieces of, let me move my milk over. Let me get this out of your way, that out of you guys' way. I say you guys' ways, get that out of y'all way, if that's any better. Okay, so back to my salmon, y'all. I got 3 pieces of salmon that's been patted dry. Atlantic salmon. Pretty cool. Looks pretty fresh. I'm leaving the skin off. Feel free to take that skin off if you want. You know, but I'm gonna leave it just like that. I'm gonna bring all 3 of my pieces out. Yep, 3 pieces. And a little rat fell there, so let me get that put back in there. I'm just gonna put it halfway because we'll be putting that salmon on there, so we'll just set it maybe like that, and then I'll just slide the salmon right back in there. So what I have, you guys, I have 3 packs of butter. I'm gonna get 1 pat of butter per piece of salmon. So let me do that. And I'm only putting this butter on first because it's right on top of my seasonings. So what I have in here is I have a 1 teaspoon of sugar. I have 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. I have 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. Now I did zest some lemon and some lime, okay? So I zested a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon, a 1/2 teaspoon of lime, but the difference between what I'm using in this base versus what's in the pasta is I added some orange zest, and that's to kind of keep the same flavors but to give my meat a slightly different flavor, so that it's not tasting exactly like the pasta. So I'm gonna give that a nice stir, just like that. Got that minced garlic in there, that sugar, that soy sauce. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stir that first, right? Get that ready. Then I'm going to get my juices right here. So in this bowl, I have squeezed a 1/2 of a lemon, 1/2 of a lime, and a 1/2 of an orange. It doesn't matter what type of orange you use, doesn't matter what type of lime. Just, you know, something that'll give it the different flavors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour about a teaspoon of that juice on this piece of salmon, a teaspoon on this piece of salmon, and the last teaspoon is going on this piece of salmon. Yeah, just like that. Next, I am going to get my paste together, and I'm going to put that paste right onto this salmon. I'm doing it like this so that I'll have enough for each one, and then I'll go right back and smooth it over. So that's roughly about a teaspoon and a half from all of those ingredients that I use. with this sauce, if you're using like if you're gonna use like a nice piece of salmon, which I did have a large piece, but I don't need that much, so I just cut up 3 pieces. If you're gonna use the entire piece of salmon, feel free to increase these ingredients. It's not gonna harm anything, nothing at all. So I got that lemon, lime, and orange juice on there. And I'm gonna rub down all of my seasonings that I have mixed up, all of that good garlic and soy sauce and my, oh, I also put a little bit of dill in this too, you guys, just a little bit. It'll kind of help with that flavor. It's kind of like the same flavors that are in there, but remember, I used orange for the salmon. Now y'all know when I do my salmon, I gotta have my green onions. I love green onions. So I'm gonna put this on my salmon. Massage that in real good. Don't really need any on the bottom because see that lemon, orange, and lime citrus juice that I put on there, and everything was freshly squeezed. It's gonna sink down under the bottom of that, and so we'll get all of those flavors. Now for my favorite part, I'm gonna hit these pieces of salmon with some green onion. This is what I like. So we'll do just like that. Now, I don't know if this salmon will be done by the time I'm done preparing that pasta. If it's not, then I'll come back with another video to show you guys the finishing results. But for right now, we'll just keep on working, and I'll get this salmon put into the air fryer. I'm gonna wash my hands again, guys. I don't know why I didn't whip out more dishwashing liquid. And I'm like low right there. I'll probably get one out while I'm getting things going. Get my hands cleaned up, and what I'm gonna do, because I have like a couple of pieces of lemon, orange, and lime over here on my cutting board, I'm gonna add those on top of the salmon. Put this bad boy on. Hey man. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this thing doesn't cut on unless I close the door. Let's see. So I'm not really familiar with it. Yep, that's what the problem is. Okay, so I'll go ahead and set it first. Let's see. Okay, I see fish, right? Oh, you guys only have it for 15 minutes. I have it set on fish. I'm gonna turn my heat up higher. I'm going up to 400. You guys don't have to try that, but I'm doing that. I'm going up to 400, and I'm also increasing my time. I'm increasing my time to 30 minutes, even though I'm not gonna cook that long. That's what I'm increasing it to. So I'm just gonna open that up for a second. And I know what I need to do. I need to chop another piece of lemon real quick, y'all. So let me do that. I'll chop this stuff up a little bit here. Little rough chops. Okay, so I'm gonna do a piece of lemon, lime, and orange on there. Lemon, lime, on orange, and orange for that piece. I'm gonna have to break it up. Maybe the orange needs to go in the middle. Since we have the 2 sour pieces, let's put the orange slice in the middle. Get that going. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the little, okay, I have all 3 there. Okay, and then orange piece in the middle, lemon and lime, voila. That looks delicious. Y'all, I think I wanna add, sometimes when I'm cooking, I like to add stuff. I wanna add some more black pepper. Not more, because I didn't put in any, I don't think. So let's add some black pepper on there. Hit that with some black pepper. As much as you want, or as less as you want. Or don't put any at all, but I'm putting some on there. Because I have to eat this stuff, so let's do that. All right. Now, I think I'm gonna close my foil packets just a little and leave them open just slightly. Oh, let me get my hair out the way. It's my food, y'all, so I'm gonna eat it. If it was somebody else's, I would have trashed it, but it's mine, so let me get this closed up. Leave it slightly open, just like that. And I'm hopeful that all 3 of these, they'll fit. We'll make them work. We'll make them work. This piece right here is kind of big, but that's okay. So let's get that one there, like that. Close that. Make sure we got that in there. Okay, now we're ready to roll. So 400 degrees, 30 minutes is what I set it at, but of course we're not gonna go that long because fish doesn't even take that long to cook. So I'm gonna let that do that. I'm gonna drink this little bit of wine real quick. Hold on. Oh, cheers. Happy New Year's. And then I'm gonna wash my hands again. And this is getting on my nerves, so let me get some more out. Yeah, fresh water. It's always a lot better. Okay, now remember I told y'all with my pieces of garlic that I might come back and add those in. I'm definitely about to add them in. So I'm gonna go over here and rough chop these 3 pieces of garlic, and I'll add those in. And sorry that my back is to you guys. As a matter of fact, this is what I can and will do. I'll set this board right here. Then I'll just clean after I'm done. So let me take that skin off of there. It's something how when you cook the garlic, if you haven't peeled it, I rinsed them, but I didn't peel them, but this will slide right off. That'll come right off of there. Move that over. And just rough chop that. And if it looks weird to you, for the 11th time, I am left-handed. And yes, I do chop with my left hand. However, I do use both hands. But today I'm gonna go ahead and do this chop with this left hand of mine. Get this garlic chopped up here. Just a little rough chop. Nothing strenuous. Lower that little blood pressure, a little bit or something. You know? Put that in there. And yeah, good to go. Trash and stuff, because I'm not even going to use the rest of those lemons and limes. I'm done with those. So, sorry that my back has to beat you guys when I'm over here messing around with this sink, but this is where the sink is positioned. So, this is how it goes. That's cleaned off there. Just like that, so we can keep on. And now, wash my tongs off real quick here, because I'll be eating those. Okay, now this sauce right here is just about, that's good. That looks real good. It has the olive oil in there. The broccoli is just right. All of the vegetables are sauteed. Even that garlic that I put in, it was already done because I used it to infuse the oil anyway, so that was already done. So now the next thing that I will be doing is I'm gonna add, I have right here, this is, let me read for y'all, because I'm trying to use the measuring cups, you know, because I don't really like to use things to measure, but because I'm doing a cooking show that I know that I have to, so we'll use 1/4 of a cup of this Parmesan cheese. This is a half a cup, so half of that will be the 1/4. Let's get that in there. And you don't have to use, for my vegan people, you can use vegan cheese. If not, don't use any cheese at all. You don't really have to, and it's still gonna be fine. And if you're not from Illinois and you don't know what pho means it's gonna be good. So just to let y'all know. Make sure that's, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit, y'all. Okay, so I got that Parmesan up in there. And then again, for my vegan folks, I'm getting ready to use 1/4 cup of half and half. You do not have to use this. You can use unsweetened almond milk. You can use coconut milk. It doesn't matter. Either one of those will do. So I'm going to use that half a cup of the half and half. And I'm also going to go over here and get me a little bit of water. I want me some water. 1/4 cup of water. And that's just to give me a little extra sauce, you know, because once I put that pasta in there, it's gonna eat that sauce up. So it'll give me a little bit more liquid, you know. That looks so good, y'all. I'm telling you. I can't wait until you guys see the finishing result. Okay, that looks good. Now, what I did before I started the video, I boiled some vermicelli. That's what I'm going to be using. Didn't want to use spaghetti. Vermicelli is similar to spaghetti, but it's round. It's round and it's thinner, and I like it for dishes like this. But however, you can feel free to use a thicker pasta. If you want to use fettuccine, that'll be fine. If you want to use spaghetti, that's good too. Whatever kind of floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat will be fine. This is working out for me. So my pasta's been sitting for a while, so it's a little sticky. What I did was I added some olive oil. I'm gonna wash my hands, y'all, because I'm gonna have to get down dirty and use my hands for this dish because my pasta is sticking a little bit and I don't want it to do so. Okay, if y'all ready to that problem, I could have easily set my pasta in the water, but I don't like pasta that's overcooked. So I cooked this, I think, for maybe like 10 minutes. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil in there because I'm about to grab it with my hands here to loosen it up. See, yeah. Sometimes you have to get up in there. I'm not afraid to, and not only that, this is my food, and I'm the one that's about to eat it. So. Let me close my cabinet so y'all not seeing all my junk that I got up in there. So yeah, I'm just kind of massaging this pasta. It's nice and firm too. Nice and firm. You have to pull it apart. Just make sure that your hands are clean, you know. Get that up in there like that. Just like that out. A little bit more to go. Let me see. I might not use all of that. Let me see. Let me give it a little twirl and see what the sauce is doing. And if I think I need to add that, because I may not. I may use that pasta for something else on tomorrow, you know. Yeah, I think I'm cool on the pasta. I'm not gonna add the rest of that, y'all. This is good enough. I kind of like that was like overkill, so. That out of there. I'm just gonna sit that right there. I'm gonna add the rest of my Parmesan, just like that. And give my hands another real quick little wash. Get that olive oil off of there, you know. That fish is smelling good. So let me get me another paper towel. I done killed like 1,000 trees, but hey, what we gonna do? All right. So now, put this in the garbage. Put that in the garbage. Drink me a little squig of wine. You know. How about I take a look? See what's going on here. Let me see. Oh my, y'all, it looks good. This is looking really, really good. Yes. Sonia, like I know you posted that you were cooking chicken wings earlier in your air fryer. Girl, you got to do some salmon because this is looking real good. I don't know what it's gonna taste like yet, but it's looking good. So we were on there earlier talking about our air fryers and just being all excited and everything, you know. This pasta looks good, y'all. Yeah, not too heavy either, you know. I used a little bit of the half and half because I wanted some of that little richness, not too much though. I'm gonna turn this flame off because I don't need that on anymore. Got my vegetables in there. And don't worry about the excessive olive oil. It's pretty good because it'll give it a nice flavor. And it won't be too oily, you know. It's gonna taste real good. You can use less if you like to, but this is how I like to prepare this meal. Now the last thing that I'm gonna do to this meal is I have squeezed a half of a lemon and a half of a lime to go over this pasta. Now when you guys add the lemon or lime, if you choose to do one or the other, or if you choose to do both, please make sure that that flame is off, because if you do not turn that flame off, this dish is going to be really, really bitter and you're not going to enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this lemon and lime juice poured on top of that pasta just like that. And I'm going to take my left hand here and work with my right hand and stir this pasta up some more. Mommy, I know you keep asking me to do, my mommy wants me to make some turkey chops. I promise that I'm going to get those turkey chops on a video for you this week. I promise to do so. I keep doing everything other than that. And sorry for the delay on the videos, y'all, too. I've been so busy, you know. But I'm back. I am back in full effect. Just been getting loved on and, you know, enjoying everybody and, you know, trying to be on my best behavior, you know, all that good stuff. So, let me let this sit for a second. Okay, that flame is off. So now I'm gonna check this salmon. I'm gonna get my bowl ready. I had to get my little bowl ready. See what's going on here. Oh, somebody put, I'm gonna tell y'all what they did in my drawer. But I ain't gonna even worry about it. I'll take care of it. It wasn't cool. That was so dirty. Look like somebody put a partially clean spoon in my drawer. But I ain't gonna worry about it. So let me open this up again. Let's pull this salmon out a little bit, y'all. So right now, this salmon has cooked for like 21 minutes. And let me show y'all what it looks like. Let me see. Making sure this rack is not too hot. Y'all, this smells so, look, just let me show y'all. I'm hopeful that y'all can see that real good. Look at that. Like, yo, that is like so, it's dope. I'm just saying. Like that, it smells so good. So I'm gonna give it like, let's give it a couple of more seconds. And then we'll check it out and eat it. That looks good. I am so pleased with this air fryer. Okay. Yeah, I might want to get it aligned on the correct get it aligned on the correct row on both sides so it's even. Okay, let's close that back up. I don't think, okay, I don't have to do anything to it. I'm gonna turn the light on so that I can see. Yeah, okay, so look, if anybody has any requests for any of the dishes that I make, feel free to just let me know. Now, don't go asking me to make some stuff y'all know I'm not gonna give y'all the recipe to. Don't come on there doing that, because I'm just gonna say no, I'm not giving you that recipe. However, I do give out a lot of recipes and I do not mind. But anything that I'm trying to market, of course I can't give you that. So what I'm gonna do is bowl this pasta up a little bit here. I got a piece of broccoli on there. I'm gonna need a piece of cauliflower too. Oh y'all, you know, you could do, what I was gonna do with this dish was add some scallops, but I got a bag of scallops in there, but I couldn't find them. And so you could do like scallops, you can do shrimp, you can do chicken if you want to add some protein. You know, we're adding protein, but we're using fish. So I think I'm gonna need one more piece of this broccoli, because that looks so good. Give me a little bit of these yellow peppers. Okay, see, now that's looking good. And then I'm gonna put my salmon in this same bowl. Get that salmon in there. So let's do doing its thing. Okay, we're down to, we got 18 minutes left. So definitely not going to use the entire 18 minutes, but I just wanted to let you guys know what was left on this first time. So maybe I should do this. Move that over. Take this cutting board and I'm gonna set it up there. Like that. I'm just gonna sit it right there, just slightly. It shouldn't fall or anything. That'll be good. Okay, let me see. Now, I'm gonna set my pasta right here into the side. And then I am going to take this fish out. Let's see. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how many minutes are left. 17 minutes. That was like 1 minute ago that I said there was 18 on there. Okay. Let's see what we got going here. Ooh, that's hot. I'm always grabbing hot stuff. Yep. Looks pretty darn good to me. Man, I know I'm supposed to take this out of the foil and put it on that plate, but I just want to taste it real quick. Let's see what it's like. Don't get sound. Let me see. I'm gonna get another fork, and I'm just gonna go in there, y'all, to make sure that it's what we put, you know, cooked at the desired level where we want it to be cooked at. Oh yes. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome, awesome. Okay, which piece do I want? Which piece? Which piece? I think that I want this piece. This is a large piece too. Let me see, y'all. It's done all the way. I'm gonna taste a little bit, y'all, just to see if I want to cook it a little bit more. Even though it doesn't take long. Let me see. Yep, I'm gonna cook that a little bit more. So I'm just getting familiar with this air fryer. My little pasta over there getting cold, but I ain't gonna worry about it. But see, I need my food to be right, and that needs to cook just a few minutes. The flavor is good though, but you know, I like that stuff well done. So I'm guessing with the air fryer, it's a little different than the oven, because when I cook in the oven, y'all have to turn the thing off. So let me see here. No, let me see. I'll open it back up, close it, and then I'm going to turn it on. I'm gonna hit that fish button. I'm going back up at that temperature. Ooh, the onions taste so good on there. I'm going up to 20 minutes on there. Even though I'm not gonna use that, I'm just still. I said that the last time, and I still wind up putting more time on that. So let's do this 20 minutes, because I'm not about to. I'm not going to enjoy it if it's not done to the desired taste that I like. Oh, sorry about that. I'm doing laundry too. You know, sister got to multitask. So anyway, while that's doing what it's doing, let's look at this pasta. We can eat that without that salmon. So I'm gonna taste some of this and let y'all know how it is. And I'm gonna pick up a piece of broccoli. Yep. My God. Y'all, this is fire. This is the lemon and lime. My vegetables are just right. My pasta's fine. I'm sorry to talk in my mouth full. I'm sorry. A little bit of Parmesan, not too much. And the milk is in there, but it's not too heavy. Let me taste the cauliflower. I'm gonna better eat this stuff up before that salmon is done. The girl can cook. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say y'all couldn't cook. I just said that I could. This is good. Yes, Lord. That is good. All right, salmon. Y'all need to come on. They need to come on, because I'm ready to eat. Food is good. Come on. Okay, I think my piece. I think my piece is done. And I mean, it's a sizzling too. I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm gonna eat a piece of it. And if I think that I need to put my piece back in there, then I will. But I can do it with y'all not being there with me. So I'm gonna cut me a piece of it. I'm gonna still cook those though. Let me get me a little old knife here. Cut that salmon. Okay. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? I'm checking it to make sure it's done. I know people eat sushi and all that good stuff like that. I'm just making sure we good. We good. Yeah, we good. This is my piece, so I'm gonna take my piece and put it in my bowl, just so y'all can see what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? It's nice and juicy too, so I was expecting it to be like a little drier, but it's not. So I guess that's kind of good. You know, the only thing is that I like for the back of it, the skin on my salmon, I like for it to be a little crispy, so I may have to stick it back in there for that. But for the most part, we're gonna eat this so y'all can see what it tastes like. So I can tell y'all what it tastes like. That salmon is flaky too. Let me see, come on. I need you to get on this fork and cooperate. Yeah, that's good. That's good. The only thing is like that skin, I need that skin to be crispier. But nonetheless, the meat in the salmon is good. That's good. Not too it's not too overly seasoned. It's not too sweet. And that orange, see, the orange gives it a distinct taste from the pasta. I'm sorry, y'all. But this junk is fine. I need a nap. Guess what? Y'all gonna enjoy y'all night. I'm getting ready to eat this food. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Deuces. Love y'all.